Hello and welcome to Let's Try, and joining me for this one is the Reaver of Gill's Sandwiches.
Hello.
And this is a demo called Flesh Made Fear, and it's in the old school style.
Survival
And it's got a lot of dialogue to open. There's some nice artwork as well. And we're gonna get to know our cast of characters after this nice little backstory.
The Ripper Files is a story shrouded in mystery and betrayal at the highest levels. Listen carefully as I explain the events that preceded tonight's incident. Victor Ripper was a leading scientist for the MK Ultra project. His work on mind control was cutting edge. Genius, they called him. But it wasn't enough. He needed more, and craved a way to unlock the deepest layers of the human mind. He sought a way to create the perfect soldier through drugs and other nefarious means. Each experiment pushed him further. Victims became pawns in his quest, their minds shattered by invasive techniques. He searched for a way to break and control the very soul. His research eventually led him to a single conclusion. To understand control, he had to experience it. Victor became his own test subject, dosing himself with compounds meant to dominate the mind. Ripper explored his mind's deepest, darkest caverns in a quest to dominate and control it. But the compounds took him further than he could handle. His mind fractured, flooded with terror and visions of darkness, eventually tearing away his humanity until only a shadow remained. He vanished, taking every shred of research and an arsenal of mind-altering compounds. What was once Victor Ripper was now a husk, twisted by his own creation. It wasn't long before people started disappearing. First one, then another. Signs of Victor Ripper's twisted experiments had begun to haunt the small town of Rotwood on the edge of nowhere. An old mansion, abandoned for decades, had become his refuge, a lair where his experiments found new life. They call him the Ripper now, a name whispered in fear. Recon Specialist Cole Whitlock was the first to investigate the string of disappearances. His orders were to report anything suspicious in this quiet town. However, all communication with Specialist Cole has been lost, prompting the deployment of a rapid response unit. The Reaper Intervention Platoon, the RIP Squad, was assembled. It is a don't ask, don't tell unit, trained to take care of the government's dirty little secrets. Their orders are simple. Find out what happened to Agent Cole, locate the Ripper, and destroy him, along with any trace of his existence.
Okay, that was quite the lore dump.
Listen up. Cole's last transmission came from the outskirts of Rockwood. He'd have wanted signs of victory assigned to him, but before we could get the details, he went silent. Our mission is to find them and confirm if the Reaper is active in this area. Be ready for anything.
Yeah, and there's me thinking the dialogue was going to jump to the next thing. I didn't realise I hit the button. Whoops. It takes me a second. There we go.
This ain't just another orb. If the Ripper's here, there's no telling what awaits us.
We've walked into nightmares before, Bill. And we've come out of them, too.
I gotta admit, this place has all the makings of a horror movie. Seriously, what kind of a guy calls a place Rockwood? Sounds like the name of a lousy punk band.
You're not wrong. This whole area feels like it's dead. No birds, no wildlife, just silence.
Once we find Cole, maybe we can catch a late-night movie. What do you say, guys?
Cut the joke, Zach. Focus. This isn't a movie. It's a mission.
We've lost good men before. Let's not add Cole to the list.
It's not just about bringing him back. If Cole's in trouble, it means we're already walking into something bigger than we expected. We can't let our guard down for a second.
Stick to your roles, keep comms tight, and watch each other's backs. If the Ripper is there, he's mine.
I don't know, Kat. I mean, we're good. This is Ripper guy. He's not just another bad guy. He's a ghost wrapped in crazy. We all read the file.
Ghost or not, Marcus, he's left a trail. Trails lead to tracks, and tracks lead to a hunt. That's what we do.
Don't get rattled. We'll take him down. Same as any other target.
Hey, Zach. We almost there? I don't know how much longer I can stay cooped up in here.
It's funny you mentioned that. Big B, we have an issue.
What is it, Zach?
Well, sir, it's the Baskerville Bridge leading into town. Some joker left it up. We can't cross.
Alright. Cut the engine. Everybody, grab your gear. Looks like we're on foot until we get that bridge lowered. The bridge is up, and unless someone's packing another one in their back pocket, we need to find another way across.
How incredibly inconvenient.
Alright, get around. When I looked over the map of the area, I noticed two forest paths branching out from the road. Both paths lead to the river, and hopefully, one of them's a way to cross. The controls to lower the bridge must be on the other side.
So now we're playing Trailblazers in the middle of nowhere? What if it's a dead end?
That bridge ain't gonna lower itself. So, unless you've got a better idea, this is the plan. Natalie, Marcus, you'll take the west path. Katja, Jack, you've got the east. Zach and I'll stay with the truck. Keep the area secure.
A nice moonlit stroll through the forest sounds kind of romantic, doesn't it?
Save it. No one's interested in your jokes right now.
You ever think about how splitting up always ends badly in the movies?
Better hope nothing sneaks up on you while you're babysitting the truck.
I'll have you know, I'm excellent at truck babysitting. It's a specialized skill.
Yeah, just don't prank Bill while we're gone, or you'll be walking back to base.
Enough. You have your orders. Stick to your teams, keep your radios on, and move quickly.
Okay, so now we actually get some gameplay.
Alright.
Yay.
I like that you have somebody following you at the start of this.
Oh yeah, so like, makes sense to send teams in. I did try the other way, but the game won't let you go that way, so it's for the other character.
Yeah, I've seen
That you can't.
part of Ty's video on this.
Yeah. Yeah, as I can say, the controls really need to be D-pad aligned other than the analog stick. If that's a thing I can tell him, yeah.
Yeah, that's something we noticed in the demo that you streamed yesterday too, Post Trauma. It seems like both of these games, they use the analog stick.
Yeah. And it's not very good for these type of games. The D-pad is far superior.
Ideally, you would use controls and give the player an analog stick for normal controls.
Yeah.
That way you can switch between them depending on what you need.
Oh yeah.
That's how I did Resident Evil Remake and Tormented Souls.
What in the hell happened here?
Jeez. It looks like something ripped this gate wide open.
Maybe it was a bear, some kind of other animal?
I don't know. Judging from all this blood, it had to be something enormous. Keep your head on a swivel. Whatever did this could still be out here.
I don't like this. Let's check out the rest of the station.
There's one thing I'd like to add though. She's not holding that MP5 very safely, is she?
No, she really isn't.
We gotta get the power up and running. Can you check that generator and see if it's running?
Yeah, one sec. Let me take a look.
Maybe what broke that gate was an angry feminist.
Maybe.
Almost got it. There, that should do it.
Wow. I can't believe you got that old rust bucket to turn over.
I guess years of fixing beat-up motorcycles for beer money finally paid off.
Alright, let's have a look around. I'll secure the ground floor and see what I can find. You head up to the tower. There may be some clues to what happened here.
Alright, keep an eye out. I'll only be a shout away if you need me.
In other words, her lazy ass don't want to climb all downstairs.
Pretty much. And Ty said it on his video, but I do love how his attempt at fixing something, we get the sound effect that sounds like somebody fiddling with a bunch of tools in a toolbox.
Yeah, that's cool. And he learnt all that for beer money.
Yep.
God is not here. It's written in dried blood. Someone wanted that to be the last thing seen, as if they knew no one was coming to save them. If the Ripper's behind this, he's not just taking people, he's breaking them, making them believe there's no hope. Wait, what's this? A map? It's only of the local area. It doesn't show the layout of Broadwood, but it could still be helpful.
And I disagree with that woman from a previous cutscene. I'm only here for the jokes.
Yeah, that guy with the sunglasses, definitely not a bad guy.
No.
That'd be too trophy.
No, clearly not. Clearly not Wesker inspired at all.
Yeah. A more corny Wesker.
And somehow with a poor Scottish accent.
Oh yes, the Barry Burton looking fella.
Yeah.
Barry Burton's a Scottish cousin. And this is basically the Ranger's journal, telling how he found dead deers that's been sliced, and like the people at the other station saying it's poachers, but it's not, and coyotes won't even touch the mutilated deers, and the flies won't go near it, so you know something's off there. But basically it's just like something's scaring him, following him. There's been missing hikers, the town's buzzing with rumours of cults and druggies, and if you keep reading you'll eventually find a lockbox code 329.
Alright.
So yeah, and this is one of the only few files in this game, well in the demo anyway, that you have to literally read. The rest have a nice surprise. Yeah, so there's blood everywhere. Ooh. Yeah, he smashed his radio with the axe.
Good job.
And And apparently he set himself on fire to cleanse his body, because the voice told him to, even from the smashed radio.
Hmm.
It's just a shame though you can't pick up that axe which is embedded in the radio. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have made sense too.
Now, speaking of used items, this game doesn't tell you if they're finished or not and lets you keep hold of them. And I was just going around here to see if there was any items, but there weren't.
Yeah, that seems like one of those quality of life improvements where you have an item, you get to where you can use it, and then the character just uses it rather than having to fiddle with the inventory and not tell you when it's used up.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I do find a little annoying is that we've just picked up that key for the gate over here where she stood. It looks like someone was trying to burn something quickly. Ash and fuel all over. Yeah, I'm just having a look around here. Because I can guarantee you she just went straight, stood at that gate and did nothing.
Oh, I'm sure that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. I'll tell him I'll look around and then just stand here.
Seems about right.
Well, did you find anything useful?
Found Ranger's journal. He saw things. Strange things, disappearances, mutilated animals. Seemed like he lost his mind.
Anything that could point to the Ripper?
Yeah, maybe. I just don't know enough yet to pinpoint what happened here. I did find the gate key, though.
So, we keep moving then. Answers aren't gonna find themselves.
Well, she's right there. Answers aren't going to find themselves. Yeah, so he's just mentioned he's got the gate key, but he won't use it unless you select it out the inventory.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. It's annoying when games
Yeah.
do that.
Maybe it's because it's the demo. Hopefully they'll fix that in the full release.
We can hope, anyways.
Yeah,
I do like that they actually acknowledge that file.
yeah.
I played Tormented Souls a few months back, and your character in that game does not register that she's read the various files that you come across. So she'll be surprised by things that happen in the story when, as the player, you already know these things because we've read journals.
Yeah, I think this is a...
This place just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? What kind of sick mind carves a tree into a mouth?
I'm guessing the kind we're looking for. Look at this. Blood everywhere. Something happened here, and there's something inside.
Careful, Jack. It could be a trap.
Relax, Cat. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that shiny stuff is always worth the risk.
If you lose your hand, I'm not dragging you back to the truck.
Oh, lazy. Yes, and for Titan Gaming, it does hurt you if you mess this up. Because on the version of this I lost, I wasn't paying attention to the tap prompt. Now we'll get one of the Ripper tapes. There's 5 in total.
The human mind. Such a fragile, malleable thing. In my early days with the MK Ultra project, they called me a pioneer. We sought to unearth the keys to control, to unlock the code of consciousness itself. I devoted my life to it. The serums, the stimuli, the tests. What we accomplished was extraordinary. But it wasn't enough. The mind resists. It clings to its identity like a drowning man to driftwood. So, I asked myself, what if I could make the mind a blank canvas, ready to be rewritten? A godlike power, mine to wield.
And that's the Ripper. you'll find various trees throughout this demo with his ramblings.
And you never want to turn your back on the Ripper.
No.
And nobody's going to get that reference either.
If you do, put it in the comments down below.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like we haven't seen an enemy yet, but I do like games when they don't put enemies in straight away because it's sort of building up tension.
Then it gives you a chance to get used to the game's controls and mechanics.
Yeah, without having to end up in a fight. Now, something Ty didn't show off is these knives, which I will show off in this.
The hell is this? Cat, come in.
What's up? Find anything up there?
Yeah, I just found what looks like some mutilated animal remains, or maybe some kind of regurgitated slop of what used to be an animal. I can't make out what it is. Looks pretty fresh. I don't know what did this, but I suspect it might be whatever smashed through the ranger station gate.
Alright, well, now I'm creeped out. Get back down here. We've got to keep moving. The sooner we find a way to cross the river and regroup with everyone else, the better.
Copy that. Jack out.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
indeed. It's like slowly building up the mystery.
Ooh.
You found that ranger's diary. You found whatever the hell that was. There's you've come across wrecked vehicles, and yeah, something's very wrong here.
We wouldn't have a game otherwise.
Yeah, and looking at our character Jack, I sometimes get Gabe Logan vibes from Siphon Filter from him.
Interesting.
Especially like on the side profiles.
Maybe he got tired of dealing with viruses.
Yeah, if you get too far ahead of her, she doesn't automatically catch up. For some reason, she's stopped running.
Oh, the Sherry Birkin strat.
Yeah,
Just-
she's walking, but not running.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, she just slowed down, and like you get to the bridge, and now you gotta wait for her.
Well, Sherry will just stop if you get 2 screens ahead, which is annoying.
Yeah, but at least she still keeps coming, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
And there we are at the old rickety bridge.
This is going to go well, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
This bridge looks like it's seen better days.
It'll hold, probably. Not like we have much of a choice.
Before crossing this, we do it smart. One at a time. Less weight, better odds.
That makes sense, but I'd have sent her first.
Yeah, you're right. No sense in testing fate with both of us out there. I'll go first.
Oh man, you're heavier.
Keep your center of gravity low. Move steady. If it gives, jump clear. Don't hesitate.
I'll make it, and if I don't, well, you're in charge of writing the report.
Hilarious, Jack. Just take it slow, please.
You got.
Jack, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Get off the bridge, Jack. The rest of it could snap at any moment.
Oh, crap. Wow, I was almost fish food. Damn, I lost my comms in the river. Great, guess I'm solo from here.
Jack, listen. I'll head back to Bill and Zach. I'll tell them what happened here and what we found. You focus on finding a way to lower the bridge on that side.
Got it, I'll figure something out. Just stay sharp, alright?
I will. Don't take any unnecessary risks. You used up your luck for the night.
Luck's all I've got left. See you on the other side.
Okay, now we're on a zone.
one could even say, here he goes again on his own, going
Indeed.
down the only road he's ever known. No?
Yes, he is. Good song lyrics.
I try.
Yes, and another nice thing this demo lets you do is save your progress. So, I remember back in the day, back in the old PS1 times when you had the demo disc and you couldn't save on them.
That would be proper annoying.
This is quite a lengthy demo. And he uses paraffin wax seals to save in this. And as a collectible, a plushie animal. There's several to find in this demo. Right, we can do away with that ranger's key. And make a save.
I always like the various things that game devs come up with to justify saving your progress. Ink ribbons, notepads, cassette tapes. It's interesting.
Oh, well, we've got another spooky tree. Let's see what the old doc's got to say about this one.
The others at the project, they lacked vision. Too confined by the leash of ethics, regulations, bureaucracy. MK Ultra was meant to revolutionize the human mind, to break the barriers of consciousness. Instead, it became a hollow shell of its potential. Suffocated. My cowards. My serums. My masterpiece were showing results that they couldn't even comprehend. But they refused to see it. The failures, they called them catastrophic. I called them necessary. Progress is built on the broken bones of trial and error. So I made a choice. If they wouldn't allow me to test on others, I would test on myself. The serum felt electric. My thoughts became clearer, sharper. I could see connections, patterns, truths that had been hidden from me. I took everything, every file, every vial, every shred of research. I walked out of that sterile prison and left their small minds behind. They think I disappeared. No. I evolved.
Yeah, I do like them files because it's like building up the villain of the game and like seeing into his madness.
And it's a nice way of doing it with voiceover so that you get some of the character's personality too.
Yeah. This is the point of no return. Well, I suppose the bridge was, but you can't go back to the cabin now. I'm sure that was inspired by the liquor in the window scene.
Probably.
Okay, I went the wrong way.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot.
One thing I find with this, I do get turned around quite a lot.
I can easily see that with this game, at least what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
We're past the point of what I've seen in
like,
Ty's video at this point.
Yeah. Ty gets turned around quite a lot in this as well.
It's not just this game.
Yeah.
He gets turned around in a lot of games.
We can't go in there yet because it's locked.
What happened here? Blood everywhere. This corpse doesn't look like a normal dead body. No scent of rot or decay, but clear signs of necrotic flesh. The name tag on his coveralls says Rusty. He must be the owner of the gas station. The key labeled gas station next to his hand. It looks like it was clenched in his hand until the moment he died. Alright, Rusty. I'm just gonna borrow this. Don't take it personal. What the?
Yeah, so you can like sort of stun lock them with the knives.
Okay. I was gonna say
all, like, down to-
before he got up that, yeah, if you had taken that axe, you could decapitate him. That way, you wouldn't come back as a monster.
Yeah.
Because we
I liked how. Oh yeah, sorry.
because we all knew he was gonna jump up and get you
Yeah, gonna get you.
or attack you, whatever.
Now, if you flush this toilet, it says something. Because I was like, I heard a voice there. I don't know what it says. It's
Huh.
something about tea leaves or something.
Interesting. I do like how your playable character has the worst voice actor of the bunch.
Well, it wouldn't be a survival horror game without bad voice actors.
More of them? What the hell happened to these people?
Oh, I did not just call them these people.
No, but I just mean he's very monotone.
Yeah. Ty was speculating AI might have done the voices for these, but at the end it shows you all the voice actors, so I wonder if they like deliberately did it this way.
I think that's the vibe they were going for.
Yeah.
So the knife in this game actually is useful, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Nice. That was one thing Resident Evil never did well, was the knife.
Until Resident Evil 4.
To a point, yeah. I could see that.
Yeah, and it sort of fixed it in Resident Evil Deadly Silence as well, because the knife was an equipped weapon. He leaves puddles when he's been damaged.
Ah. But what I mean is Resident Evil was never a game with a good melee system. If you actually want to kill enemies in that series, you want to use guns. Or quips, one of the two.
Oh yeah. Ah, damn it. Zombie in the dark.
As opposed to a rainbow in the dark.
Nice.
See, I'm going to come with all the song references.
Good song.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can combine that serum into the blood pack. And I like how the character portrait like gives him a beat up look when he's taken injuries.
Oh, that's cool. So if you combine the blood pack and the serum, what does that do? Make a better item?
Yeah, there's one that neutralizes poison as well, so I'm reckoning there's like the 3 herbs.
Ah, okay.
But blood pack and serum system.
Yeah, that makes sense.
His gun isn't too bad either, but I just wanted to show off the knives, give them a bit of love.
Well, yeah, and they seem to be working well enough.
Yeah, and them 3 arcade machines are apparently this group's previous games.
Oh. Always nice when developers put callbacks to the previous work in the game.
Aye. Okay, so this is our fetch quest for the game. We've got to make a breaching charge, or demolition charge.
Wonderful. Does this game pause when you're in the inventory?
I think so. I didn't have any issues being attacked while I was
That's
in
good.
it.
Some of these indies, you never know. If memory serves, the demo you played yesterday didn't pause.
That person doesn't look like the others.
No, that
I
one
ran
didn't.
into. Hello? Are you okay? Do you need help?
I think this is the angry feminist.
What is that thing?
Now, Ty was saying something about the gun. Yeah, it does have a range limit. The further back the enemy is, the less accurate the shot is.
What's with that big green light?
One less. I think that's where the aim thing is.
No, when the enemy
not
died,
sure.
there was this big green splash that came on the screen. If I saw that right.
It exploded.
Okay.
It like swelled itself up and then exploded because we wouldn't abide to HOA rules.
Okay. Yeah, for anybody watching
We're gonna
this,
call
I'm
that
visually
enemy.
impaired, so...
Yeah. We'll call that enemy the Karen.
There you go. There you go. That works.
Yeah, there's nothing in this truck, unfortunately.
Not a hunting rifle or a shotgun.
No, we're very limited to what weapons we've got in this demo, but it's only a demo, and it's the beginning portion of the game. So.
Yeah.
And we've got this little house to explore. So just make a save.
Are your save items limited?
Yes. Every time you pick up a paraffin wax, you get 3 saves out of it.
Oh, that's good. At least 3. That's something.
Yeah, and I found 2, so that's 6 saves. And there's another plushie.
Some of these indies, you pick up a save item, you get 1 save out of it.
Yeah.
So that's nice they give you 3. Hey, is this going to be a reference to something?
You'll find out.
I noticed that floor pattern reminded me of the dining room, and then the way it looked like you're standing over something that, at least to me, looked like a tub.
It was a bathroom, and that was a bathtub.
Yeah, thought it was.
And we got a fire poker.
Makes me think of something else.
A bloody fire
Ooh.
poker.
Is that a weapon?
No.
Ah,
Well, if we come up into the loft, there's a zombini there, and we got a critical hit on it.
nice.
And we found the hammer handle, which we'll need.
Good stuff. One of these days when I do a Let's Play where I get critical hits, I'm going to have to put in the Mortal Kombat 2's Toasty vocal clip.
Nice. Yeah, so you use the fire poker in the gunky bathwater. Unlike Miss Valentine, who just pulls the plug out. He was smart enough to poke something in. Nude zombies! They're trying to get me demonetized again.
Corpses start liquefying inside the water. The stench is grotesquely pungent. She's holding something in her hands.
Yeah, you better be careful with that. You might lose your channel like I did.
Yeah. Yeah, she was starting to liquefy in the water, so I don't think that one's coming back.
One would hope not.
Now we've got the hammer, we can go in this room here.
Although you could get T-1000 style zombie, liquid zombie.
Oh, I suppose. And there's another body on the bed. And he's melting into the mattress. And I believe that's a picture of the police guy. Now here is quite a few tapes that's gonna depict what happened in this house.
Should be fun times.
Aye. This game has a lot of is recorded 4 tapes for us as the sheriff.
Well, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this town finally got itself a break. Some new doctor calls himself Ripper rode into Rockwood around 2 months ago. Tall, thin fellow, with eyes that never quite settle on you. Friendly enough, though. Said he wanted to set up shop and update services to the town. How we could use it. Closest hospital's an hour away, and most folks around here just got out their problems until it's too late. Thing is, something about him don't sit right with me. Maybe it's the way he talks, like he's sizing you up. Or the fact that no one seems to know where he came from. But folks took to him real quick. Mrs. Carpenter swore up and down he fixed her arthritis with some kind of injection. Others say his treatments work miracles. Don't know what he's using, but that man's got the whole town singing his praises. I shook his hand once, cold as ice, even in the middle of summer. Could just be my gut talking, but something about that man feels wrong.
Okay, next tape.
It's gotten bad. Real bad. People aren't just getting sick, they're changing. The Barker's boy was the first I saw him. He'd been seeing the doc for weeks, and then one day he just stopped talking. Stared straight out ahead like he was in a trance. A couple of days later, his skin started to slough off. Like it was rotting. But he wasn't dead. More and more folks started acting strange. Losing their memories, wandering the streets like they didn't know who or where they were. And then the screams started. God help me, the screams. I found Mrs. Wilkes, torn apart in her own living room. Her husband? He wasn't even a man anymore. He was something else. Something with teeth where there shouldn't be teeth. Cole Whitlock showed up around then. Said he'd been sent to investigate some classified nonsense. Didn't seem too surprised by what I had told him. Guess someone higher up knew more about this than we did. Cole's sharp, though. Got him, Rusty, and a few others together. Figured hiding out here was safer than staying in town. But I don't think that safety's gonna last. Doesn't matter where you hide. Whatever the sickness is, it doesn't stop. The survivors we brought here, they're not survivors anymore. Daisy's the latest. She was fine this morning. Now she's down in the cellar with the rest of them. Locked up tight. It's the only thing we can do. Damn things aren't human anymore. But they still scream like they are. Rusty left 3 days ago. Said he was going back to the gas station to grab more food and fuel. He never came back. Probably ended up like the rest of them. And me? I don't know how much longer I've got. My arm's been itching like hell since that thing in the woods got a hold of me. I tried to clean it, but it's spreading. I can feel it under my skin. Cold. Cole said he's going back to town. Wants to see if there's a way to call for backup. Told him not to bother. No one's coming for us. No one's even looking. But he went anyway. Hope he has better luck than I did. It's funny, really. Always thought I'd go out in a shootout. Maybe a car crash on the highway. Never imagined I'd end up barricaded in my own damn bedroom. Talking to this hunk of plastic like it'll matter. Hell. Maybe it will. Maybe someone will hear this someday and know what happened here. The infection's in my veins now. I can feel it. Cold and hot all at once. Gnawing at my insides. I keep hearing their voices outside the door. Not the people I locked up down there. No. These voices, they're older. Darker. They whisper things I can't repeat. Things that make my head feel like it's splitting open. Cole didn't come back. Rusty didn't come back. No one's coming back. And I don't think I'm me anymore. God help me. I refuse to end up like the rest of them.
Okay, that was a lot of what was going on here.
Indeed.
And if you come out back, we're gonna find another one of these Ripper tapes as well. Now this one's I think number 4. We skipped number 3 because we didn't go to where it was, but we do get it later.
All right. Is the Ripper's name Tim?
Maybe.
Possibly the last name Owens?
Probably.
Ooh.
Tim Owens.
Broadwood. A quiet, unassuming place, nestled in isolation, surrounded by dense forests and forgotten roads. When I first stumbled upon it, I knew it was Providence. A perfect hunting ground for my work. It wasn't long before I established myself. A shadow moving through its streets, selecting my test subjects from among the unsuspecting townsfolk. The serums had evolved by this point, infused with energies I'd unearthed from my study of rituals and ancient rites. Their effects were unpredictable. On most, the changes were subtle at first. A quieting of the mind, a dimming of the light in their eyes. But over time they became hollow, soulless husks, their wills entirely stripped away, wandering aimlessly as blank vessels. Those poor fools were my canvas, their minds my playground. But there were others, exceptions. Those whose inner darkness resonated with the serum, amplifying the latent sin buried deep within their hearts. Lust, greed, envy, wrath, each sin carved its own unique mark on their flesh, twisting them into forms that defied nature. Writhing, grotesque beasts, each one unique, born from their vices and transformed into manifestations of hell itself. These creatures, they were more than I ever imagined. And yet, as monstrous as they were, they obeyed me. My will was their law, their very essence bound to the energies I had infused into the serum. Broadwood had become my proving ground, a living experiment in domination of the mind, body, and soul. It's almost poetic, really. A quiet town, now a place of flesh made fear.
Ooh, he said the title.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
Now, I did forget something here originally, but due to fancy editing techniques, you'll never know.
The power of editing
Aye.
is a wonderful thing. And I love how he said, from hell itself.
Oh yeah, it was really bringing the ham
Oh,
there.
absolutely. I love a good hammy performance.
Oh yeah, especially from a
Oh,
villain.
Much like I like a good ham. That sounds like somebody who might also enjoy a good ham.
Oh yeah. And like Ty, I actually thought that was an item box, but it wasn't.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it looks like one. fancy editing mode here.
All right. I do like the random sting in the soundtrack.
Yeah. Very simple. It reminds me of like old 80s monster movies. Especially that dum dum dum. Like, you sort of thing.
Something about when he's aiming at an enemy reminds me of, I don't know if it's Cold Fear or another old game. I think it's Cold Fear it reminds me of.
Ah. Yeah, it's something that you don't see is like when you kill an enemy and they've been dead for so long they turn into confetti and just explode.
Nice. Okay.
Well, I suppose that explains where the bodies go.
There you go. So they don't have to animate bodies on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cold Fear was a survival horror PS2 era game that took place on a boat.
Yeah. And there was a fancy editing factor where I originally was.
All right.
Because have you noticed my gun ammo is back up to 35?
Right.
Now, like Ty, I get lost in this house trying to find the exit.
I could see that.
Yeah, it's a bit... I run past it about 3 or 4 times. I'm like, well, where's the exit? Where's the exit? Where's the exit?
Yeah, I have no idea where you're going right now either.
Yeah, it's because the camera angles I think are a little bit confusing in here, but
That does happen in some
well.
fixed camera angle games.
yeah. I'm like, oh, I don't want to. Why am I going out there? That's the back door. I do eventually find my way out.
I mean, I guess an exit is an exit either way, but still.
Yeah, but that's it's like blocked off back there. And there's like someone who burned himself, like the guard tower dude. Might be actually him.
Hey, you never know. Is the aim in this auto or manual?
Auto.
Oh, nice.
And the nice thing about most of these documents being narrated for you is you don't have to read them.
Oh, definitely. I'd like to see more.
And with the sheriff. Ah, sorry.
I was just going to say, I'd like to see more games try their hand at the Eternal Darkness combat system where it's an auto aim, but you can target specific portions of a body of your enemy.
Alright. Oh, that was cool. Like you can blow off the kneecaps and cripple them.
Or chop off their heads, chop off arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good way.
That was a good game.
Yeah, something I wanted to say about them police sheriff's tapes. Did you notice the distortions in it? Like the tape was like old and worn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, nice little detail.
Yeah, so that's locked.
It's locked.
Yeah, so we need to find the key for
How
that.
am I going to open it? I couldn't
And there's a
possibly
house
break
up
the
here
door down.
we haven't explored. And there's the bandage Ty missed earlier.
Nice. Ask me if I'm surprised Ty
There's
missed something.
No, you're not. And I didn't mean to go out the door there. I was trying to search that fish on the wall. I thought it was a shotgun.
Yeah, and for the record, Ty is our friend. We like to give him crap about missing stuff. It's a running gag amongst us on the Discord.
And this is where we find Ripper file number 3.
Ooh. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
It like hurts your hand if you do.
Domination of thought alone is incomplete. My serums, remarkable as they were, left their victims as little more than empty shells, hollow vessels stripped of will and identity. Control? Yes. But it was fleeting, impermanent. Something was missing. The answer had always been there, lurking in the shadows of my research, back in the MK Ultra days. Pagan rites, demonic invocations. Those were dismissed as curiosities irrelevant to the grand scientific mission. But I saw the threads, the possibilities others were too blind to grasp. After my liberation from the project, I had the freedom to explore what they wouldn't dare touch. It wasn't enough to shatter the mind, to truly impose my will. I needed to bind their very souls. The rituals, as ancient as the soil itself, I infused my serums with energies that defy reason, drawn from rites, whispered in forgotten tongues. The results were transformative, but there were complications. The body, fragile, imperfect, reacted violently, reshaping itself in grotesque ways. I need more subjects, more vessels, a secluded place where I can work unimpeded and with a supply of fresh meat.
Yeah, but he's been drinking too much of that Kool-Aid.
Bit too much of his own, at the very least.
Yes.
And you kind of knew he was going to say fresh meat the way he was leading that sentence on.
Ah, yes. Right, so the only place we haven't investigated yet is the hole in the wall the zombies created earlier.
All right. This does seem pretty cool so far. I do hope it gets finished one day.
Oh yeah, they're aiming for October this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a Kickstarter if anyone wants to support it or anything. And the demo is on Steam for anyone to download.
I just hope they give you D-pad access for the controls.
Oh yes, that would be a major fix.
I think Ty might have used keyboard.
He did, but I don't like using the keyboard.
I have never gotten used to that. Granted, I've barely tried it.
Yeah.
I can't get my head around using a keyboard for controlling a character.
Yeah, it's weird. The zombies will congregate at that gate eventually if you stay around here too long. So you'll see them from this end. And this is a blockage into the main hub of the game, so that's what we need to build the demolition charge for. Now we're just getting turned around there with the controls again. I thought maybe they'd put some ammo or something around these cars. No.
That's a shame.
I would have hidden some ammo there.
Yeah, reward the player for exploring.
Yeah. And we get a puzzle.
Is
an easy puzzle, but a puzzle nonetheless.
Yeah, with my bad eyesight, I've got no idea with this.
You just got to make the wolf picture the other way around.
Yeah, I see squiggly lines in a circle. That's all I can see.
Ah. It's mostly just move each place twice.
Okay.
and the middle one. There we go. Not too bad of a puzzle. It's a little brain teaser. Has a lesser been here? There's a crucified guy there.
Okay.
Yeah, it says a strange effigy straight out of hell, because there were like some crucified people in Silent Hill 1.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been Alessa, though. She wasn't really into crucifying people. Now, the cult her mother was part of, yeah, I'm sure they crucified a lot of people. Nice
Right,
little
so
music
we've got
in
the
there.
chemicals. Yeah, so save room. There's another plush.
Ooh.
Ah, duct tape.
That can fix anything.
Yes. It's gonna help us make a breaching charge.
That would actually be an interesting item to have for the game. You pick up a roll of duct tape and you periodically use it throughout the game.
We've got a couple of the explodey feminists after us.
Oh, these explosive zombies?
Yeah, if they get too close to you, they will self-detonate themselves.
I played Dead Space and Resident Evil Revelations.
I don't know if you saw it better that time.
Yeah, I did. Damn it, don't explode on me with your poison fart gas. That's what you get when you eat too many beans for dinner the night before.
Oh, yes.
No, seriously, I did that the other day. I think it was Tuesday. I had beans with my dinner, and I can tell you this much. The next day at work, my coworkers loved me.
Ooh, we found a toilet zombie. This one, Ty somehow got his character stuck in with the zombie in this little alcove, and he couldn't get out, and it killed him.
Well, that should be fun to see later.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Although now you did spoil that for me, though.
Ah, shit.
Thank you for that. I like how some of this music has a very Resident Evil 1 feel to it.
Yeah.
Like, not exactly. It's not mimicking it, but it does kind of have that feel. For the current Let's Play I'm working on, I've been pilfering music from different games to use for it. And Resident Evil Survivor seemingly has a decent soundtrack. Like, not all of it's good, but it's surprising how much decent music is on there.
Oh, yes, it does. It's been a long time since I've played that game.
Yeah, that's generally true for most of us. Except Ty did Let's Play it a few years ago.
Oh, yes. There's a mod for that makes it like other Resident Evil games.
Nice.
Well, I don't know why I came back in here. I think I missed something.
Well, for waltzing around, I'll tell a story. So, I went to get breakfast with a friend of mine today. I got myself some bacon, some sausage, pancakes. And here in the States, at least where I live, you don't get crispy bacon when you order bacon. I've taken to having to ask the waiter or waitress every time, hey, have them crisp up that bacon a little bit for me, because it just comes out floppy and nasty.
Oh, you don't want floppy and nasty bacon.
No. So this waiter said to me, he's like, hey, you know, we can deep fry that. And I was like, well, that sounds interesting. Yeah.
Ooh, deep fried bacon.
It was great. Probably not a surprise. And it was crispy.
I just thought I'd get rid of these zombies here.
Yeah, might as well.
Can't leave any to escape and spread the infection.
Could be a problem if you have no ammo, though.
Yeah. Well, I can always revert to the knives.
True. And you are only playing a demo, so...
Yeah.
Die, motherfucker,
Ooh,
die,
head
motherfucker,
popper.
die. Die, motherfucker.
That was a head popper. Yeah, it was at this point I realised I left them items back at the sheriff's house.
Oops.
Yes, oops.
I hope by the power of editing we don't have to deal with that.
No, you don't.
Excellent. I have had to do that before where I forgot something and then had to go back for it.
Yeah, the funny thing was, and the one that I did lose all the sound off, I picked it up first time.
Well, that always happens. And what he's saying is
Yeah.
he recorded this once and OBS didn't record the sound.
Yeah, so I had to completely redo it. But you can leave these items here on this desk.
Is there a reason you would do that?
Yes, because you have to use that desk to craft an item.
Okay. So are you going to be using these items on that desk anyways? Okay.
Yes. And there's me messing up my inventory. But that poker could be used as an impromptu weapon.
You would think.
Yeah. Yeah, inventory management. All good survival horror games need it.
Apparently.
Mm.
But will they ever top Inventory Tetris from Resident Evil 4?
Ah. Probably not. Because there is an actual game that does let you just do that aspect of Resident Evil 4.
Yep.
Nice little puzzle game, which I did LP quite a while ago now. As you can see through the power of editing, we've now got the required items.
Alright. I've noticed another indie game I did, Them and Us, had a kind of look like this with its ground.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was supposed to be fog on the ground or what.
Yeah, it's like mist. There's some blood in here. And this is where you use the handle. There's some fleshy, growthy stuff covering it.
Hit it with the poker.
And through the power of fancy editing, we retrieved those items without you watching all the backtracking.
All right.
Yay.
Good shit.
Indeed.
Oh, is that supposed to be a street?
It's the bridge that was up.
Oh, okay.
You are like on a road running through town, and there's a river there.
Yeah, and that's why I was
so it's a
asking,
river
because the
crossing.
sound of the footsteps does not sound like you're running on a road.
Jesus, what could
Yeah,
have done this?
it's like gravelly.
These
It might be a
cops
gravelly road.
clean through the engine like it's butter.
But gravel roads, they don't paint on like they do streets over here.
I don't know.
Tree's not down. Guardrails twisted out. Something huge came through here. But why?
An angry feminist.
Maybe it's just a dirty road.
Bill, Katya, somebody answer me. Natalie, Marcus.
Siphon filter. No one's going to answer you.
Where the hell is everyone?
Thought he lost his radio.
It did. It was supposed to be shouting for him.
What was that?
I think he's found the angry feminist.
Well, there you go. Damn it, if you don't need no man, then you need to leave me alone.
No. This thing sort of looks like Flood from Halo.
Oh.
Like one of the combat forms.
Interesting.
But if you look at it, you can like see multiple faces buried into it.
Oh, that's cool.
Thing is massive. What the hell is it? I better stay clear of that thing.
Yay, he's thinking smart.
Is that the stalker enemy of the game?
I don't know, but it might be a boss, it might be a stalker, who knows? Or they might not be doing a stalker, it just could be like a random enemy that just shows up there.
Yeah.
You know, like, look at me.
I'm so done with the stalker enemies.
Yeah. I hope it's just the boss making his appearance and then you don't see him till you actually have to fight him.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, there's like a light mist coming off the ground.
Yeah. I wonder if that's so they don't have to render textures for the road as much.
Yeah, it makes sense. They did it with Silent Hill, didn't they? Use the fog as hiding from stuff being rendered and that.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking this being an indie game, and them and us doing the same thing, also being an indie game.
Well, but the like mist sort of fits the aesthetic of like it being out in the woods near a river.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
A
it.
bit foggy.
It's fine.
And I can reckon the temperature's dropping as well, being night time.
Right.
Yeah, so you use that charge and then it'll like go make something.
Making an explosive.
Yep.
I hope you don't have to worry about accidentally setting that off while you carry it to where you need to.
No, you
That's
don't.
good. You don't need any of those explosives from Resident Evil Remake in this one.
Oh yes, that totally annihilate the mansion.
Yeah, is more powerful than the self-destruct mechanism.
Yep. I wonder if that's what the one dangerous zombie's strapped with.
It might be.
Okay, I guess it's time to leave this place and use our explosive device to clear the rubble. Right, it's covered his ears. Did he open his mouth?
Don't know.
Because that's what you're supposed to do if you're near an explosion. Open your mouth. Just equalize the pressure.
The path is clear. Let's hope the others found a way into Rotwood.
And that's all this demo has to offer. So, your thoughts?
It looks pretty cool so far, but I'm going to need a D-pad control scheme. Other than that, I would play it.
Yeah, it's not a complete deal breaker, but it would be nice one to add. Considering this is only a demo.
Oh, it would be for me. I cannot do tank controls on an analog stick. I can't do that. I tried. I can't do it.
Right. Yeah, so it's got like a list of voice actors here, and that's about all the time we have. So join us again next time for more police notes, and thank you again to the Reaver of Jill Sandwiches for joining us here. Check this game out on Steam, and if you want to back it, it's got a Kickstarter. Thank you again. Goodbye. Indeed. Yeah.